on my YouTube channel, and based on our last video, how to use mathematics to play the piano, we talked about compound interest. Guess what? Today I'm going to show you how to use English to play the keyboard. I know many of you in high school, let's say primary school, kindergarten, you all learned English. This is an apple, this is a can of water, this is a bottle of water, this is a keyboard, this is my hand, this is my hat, this is my shirt, this is my shorts, this is a chair. We all learned a lot of things. We all learned English, right? So, but I'm going to show you now today in this video how to use English that you've learned, how to apply the knowledge on how to play the piano keyboard. You know it. I'm not going to teach you. I'm not going to add anything to what you know. I'm just going to teach you what you know. Use that. I'll teach you how to apply what you know to play the keyboard. This is very different unlike other YouTube channels whereby they keep adding knowledge to you, and you're like, oh, I have a lot of knowledge in my bag. What do I do with this? But now I'm going to teach you how to apply what you already know. So that is how to use English to play the piano. So come on. So in English, as I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking English definitely. English is all about identifying names, right? You see something, it has a name. You see an animal, you call it, oh, this is a bird, this is a lion, this is a dog, this is a cat, this is a sheep, blah, 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 blah. It's all English, right? So how can you use, when you see something, how can you identify it by giving it a name? That's also English as well. So on the keyboard, we have different notes, right? I've mentioned this earlier, because this is my back to school series. I've mentioned this earlier, you know, maybe while you were still in school before you went for your summer holiday. Now you're going back to school. I know most of you must have forgotten, but I mentioned this earlier. You need to make sure and speak your notes when practicing. When playing, you need to speak your notes, because as a musician, if you can't speak music language, how do you want anyone to understand? It means you can't play with people. Because let's say I'm having a show right now. During the show, the atmosphere is so loud, it's so captivating. You don't have the time to ask someone to show you, can you leave your bass guitar and come and show me what chord to play on the keyboard? Trust me, they're going to kick you out right away. No one's going to answer you. So you need to communicate. Oh, what chord is next? The person tell you, oh, play the Mi chord, play the Mi major, play the F minor, right? Just play the La chord, play the Sol chord, play the T chord, play this melody, so re, fa, for example, right? You guys are all communicating in music language, and guess what? That is English as well. And if you don't practice your English, your music English at home, when you go outside, I'm sorry to say, you just have to be quiet because you speak incorrect English. Yeah, I said that again. If you don't practice your music English while you're at home practicing on yourself, by yourself, when you go outside where a lot of people are and other musicians are, trust me, you're going to say crap, you're going to say nonsense, or you most likely keep mute. And guess what? You're not going to play efficiently. So I'm going to teach you how to use music English to your advantage when playing the piano. So first of all, I'm going to start with naming we have 7 notes and 12 keys on the keyboard. We actually have 12 notes, but I want to break this down basic form for you. Then I will upgrade. Right? I don't want to give you something so complex that you'll be wondering what's going on right here. I want to break this down for you in a very little way, so you can understand. For now, basic, we have more than 7 notes, but basic, we have 7 notes and 12 keys. So look at it, we have 7 notes and 10, and then raise my 2 legs. 12. So 7 notes, 12 keys. So let's start with the notes. The first note is this. Assuming we're on the key of C. Assuming we're on the key of C. This is your Do. That's the name of the first note. Second note is your Re. Third note is your Mi. Fourth note is your Fa. Fifth note is your Sol. Sixth note is your La. And the 7th note is your what? T. Then you repeat, repeat, and repeat. While for the 12 keys, we have C sharp. No, for the 12 keys, we have C, the key of C, the key of C sharp, the key of D, the key of D sharp, the key of E, the key of F, the key of F sharp, the key of G, the key of G sharp, the key of A, the key of A sharp, and the key of B. So that's what we have. So now the next step of our English, how to apply what you know, because I know you know it, but you didn't just know how to apply this knowledge. So the next step now is the chromatic scale. You may go outside, someone be like, hey, run the chromatic scale for me. You'll be like, what the hell is that? I was like that at first. When someone told me to run the chromatic scale, I was like, what's going on? Right? That's the way I was at first. I didn't know how to run the chromatic scale. What the hell is a chromatic scale? I don't know. I went to learn my English. I knew it, but I didn't just know the name. So this is the chromatic scale. This is how you run it. So chromatic scale means running all the 12, all the notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Running all the 12 notes, or all the 12 notes on the keyboard should I call it in a semitone fashion? Just moving from the next note to the next without like a tone. So just like running all the 12 notes together, packed, no space. So once again. So this is how I run it. I'm going to show you how to run it. This is how I run it. You see, this is my 1, this is my 2, this is my 3, this is my 4, this is my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, if there's a black note just ahead of the white note, so after the white note, the next note is a black note, something like from this to this. I use 1, 3. So 1 will hold the right note, the black will hold my middle finger will hold the black note. So you go 1, can you see my hand? 3. Then I do the same thing again. 1, 3. Then I go, if there's not a white note after a white note, then I go 1, 2, 3. So you see? 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's how you run it. When you're going backwards, you do the same thing now. Go 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are your hand positions. So now listen, I'll go slowly one more time for you. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. So that's how you run your chromatic scale. Now the next step now. I told you we have 7 basic official notes, right? But now guess what? We still have another 5 official notes that I want to teach you as well. A lot of music teachers don't teach this. This is what we call, the 5 black notes. On the key of, assuming we're on the key of C. If we're on the key of C sharp, you can still apply everything like I'm teaching you on the key of C. You're just changing different keys. So after this is your do, right? I said this is your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Those are your 7 notes, right? So this is your do. The black note or the next note after your do, before your re, we call it the D, D-I, D. After your D, the next note is the re. After your re, the next note is the mo. Mo. After your mo, the next note is the mi. After your mi, the next note is the fa. After your fa, the next note is the fi. After your fi, the next note is the so. After your so, the next note is the z. After your z, the next note is the la. After your la, the next note is the to. After your to, the next note is the ti. After your ti, the next note is the do. So you go do, di, re, mo, mi, fa, fi, so, zi, la, to, ti, do. So those are the notes you need to know. And now the next one, the last part now is chords. You need to know your chords. This is your do chord. This is your re chord, re fa la. Mi sol ti, that's your mi chord. Fa la do, that's your fa chord. Sol ti re, that's your sol chord. La do mi, that's your la chord. Ti re fa, that's your T chord. So that's it. Now the next one again, because our English language, I'm just trying to put back what you know, how to apply these things. Some might say, give me a minor chord. What do you do? This is your major chord. For the minor chord, know your English. Flatten the third. This is your third. This is your third. Flatten this. That means go a semitone lower. That's your minor chord. So this is your major chord, 1, 3, 5. Then to play your minor chord, you flatten the third by a semitone. That means go down a little bit. So do that for the other parts. Those are major chords, and those are minor chords. So for now, if you know these basics, you can go outside and play, or you can go outside and you can speak, because now you know how to find the key of a song. You know when someone says, give me this key, you know there are 12 keys. You know, okay, is it G sharp, is it this one, is that one? So one more thing as well. I taught you about when I was running the scale and giving you the keys, I gave you sharp, 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 sharp. So sharps and flats are technically almost the same. It's just that for sharps, when you're going forward, when you're progressing forward from left to right, you're going like this. You count it in sharps. When you're going down from right to left, you count it in flats. So this is my C, right? Assuming I'm going forward, this is my C sharp. Good. This is my D. Assuming I'm going backwards, this is my D flat. So this can, like sharps can or flats can occupy both like positions. So if someone says give me my C sharp, this is it. Someone says give me my D flat, this is still it. It's just a position. If you are going from right to left, it becomes a flat. Going from left to right becomes a sharp. And one easy way to name your sharps and flats, a lot of people don't know, they memorize this. I'm like, come on, why are you memorizing this easy stuff? A very easy way to know your sharps and flats, to name them. If you're on the key of C now, right, and you're going forward, that means you're going from down to up, that means from left to right. You name this a sharp based on the key which you're just coming from. So right now I was on C, right? So if I go here and I'm going from left to right, I name this a C sharp because I'm just coming from C. If I'm on D now and I'm going backwards, that's from up to down or from right to left, I'll name this a flat based on the note I was just coming from, which is D. So you get it? When going from right to left, name this a note from where you're coming from and put the flat, D flat. From left to right, name this the note of where you're just coming from and call it C sharp. So with that being said, now you know how to apply some of your English music language. So go out there, practice, and also when you go out with your friends to play music, speak music language. And with that being said, I love you all and have a wonderful day.